Hi, welcome back to C Programming. I am Dr. Vasu. We are going to discuss the data in arrays. If you want to learn more about C Programming and many other interesting topics, please do subscribe this channel. And if you like this lecture, please hit the like button. That will keep me motivated to create many such videos in the future. Okay, now let's see what the data is in the arrays. Data in arrays comes in two ways. One is compile time initialization and the second one is runtime initialization. Compile time initialization means we give the data or assign the data to the array in the program itself. Right? Whatever the values we want to give, we'll be writing them in the program itself. So, example, suppose A is an array having 5 elements of integer values. This is the assignment of or allocation of values to this array. All the values are initialized. So this data we are writing in the program itself. Or some floating values may be given here like this. So runtime initialization means at the time of execution of the program, the system the program needs some values. And when you enter these values, they are taken by the system and they process them. So entering the data while executing the program. For this, we use a printf statement for display of the data and scanf function for the input of the data to enter the data into the system. So let us see how these two work. Compile time initialization. So let us take a small example, right? We take an array named marks. It has 5 elements in it. All are integers. And one more variable I also is taken here. And I want to display the data here using a for loop. In this, I value is taken from 0 to 4, that is less than 5. So this loop continues for 5 times, 0 to 4. In this, we are going to write a statement like printf. I want to display the marks, that is, this index value is given here with the help of I here, and the array element value is given here, that is marks I. So this gives the element value, and this here I is the index. So when the I value, I takes 0 to 4 values, that is 5 times, we are going to display whatever the data is given in the program here. So initially we have assigned these values to this array called marks. Now let us compile this program and execute this, and you get the output like this. So all the elements of this array values are displayed like this. Okay. Now let's take another example. Say it's an array of 2 by 2 matrix, 2-dimensional array. All the values are integers. And here the initialization or the array values are assigned here like this. So here already we have seen these notations in the previous videos. Otherwise, please refer. So here the first row elements are these two, second row elements are these two. Now, for this, to display this data, which is a 2 by 2 matrix, we use 2 for loops here. That is, I is used to display the row elements. That is, it takes 0 and 1. That is, I less than 2 means 1. 0 and 1, 2 values are taken by the I to display 2 rows of elements. Inside this, we have another for loop to display the column elements in any particular, in a specific row. Suppose I value is 0 here. That means in the first row, we are going to give the values of j here, right? 0 and 1. That is j less than 2 means 1. J takes 0 and 1 value, and here the 2 column elements are assigned to this. So the printf statement here gives the index values of I here the row and column values, and we are going to give these index values with the help of I and j. Coming to the array element values, this Aij gives the elemental values of the array. Now, these two for loops will help to display this data here, which is in 2 rows and 2 columns. Now, let's compile this and execute this program. It displays the values like this. So it's a 0, 0, 0, 1, that means the first row elements, 1, 0, 1, 1, that is second row elements. So like this, we display the data. This is outputting the data. Suppose, let's see the runtime initialization of arrays now. In the runtime initialization, so the integer values are taken as a 2 by 2 matrix. Here, we are not assigning any values to this array called A. We have taken 2 more variables, ij. Now, again here, we are going to have 2 rows, 2 loops, for loops, for the to make use of this I for the outer loop for the rows and another loop inside inner loop for column values. Now we want to input the data because we haven't assigned any values to this array called A. Now we are going to enter the data here with the help of scanf. It is going to read the values from the system and assign them to Aij. I and j are index values, I for rows and j for column. So close the loop here. This is the outer loop from here to here, inner loop from here to here. So we are going to enter the data from the system. Now, once you enter the values, they are assigned to this Aij. Now we are going to display using the same for 2 for loops. One is for row, another for column. Now we are going to display the data here. Now compile this program and execute. It asks and we have to enter the data here because it is a 2 by 2 matrix. 4 values are to be entered. And once you enter these 4 values, they are assigned here to this Aij with the help of this scanf function. Once it is over, second part of the program comes into being and it displays the values like this. So all these values which are read here by the system are displayed. Okay. Now, suppose I want to have more clarity to avoid any confusion. I want to have this Aij values also. Which one is A01, which one is A11, like that. So for this, again, we are using index values. Aij values are taken here, right? So Aij and that particular value is assigned here with the help of this Aij. Now compile and execute. It enter these 4 values 2 by 2, 4. So 4 values are entered. Once they are entered, this part is over. From this part, it comes into existence and it executes and it displays the values like this. So A00 is this much, A01 is this, like this. But still, suppose if you want to have more clarity, that is, all the elements are displayed in a order, right? But suppose I want to have these elements in a different way, like a matrix format, a 2 by 2 matrix. So I want to have these elements in the matrix format. For this, we do one thing. We have taken this value of Aij here, right? And one printf statement is put here after the completion of one particular inner loop. After completion of all the column values in a particular row are filled with the help of this for loop. After this particular one column, after all the columns, right, that is one particular row, we are going to have this printf, that is new line. So after one particular row, we are going to have a new line. Second row starts. Let us see how it is. Compile and execute. And now we have entering 4 values here, that is 2 by 2, 4 values are entered, and the values are displayed in a matrix format like this. Because of this printf statement, it makes the logic, it makes the magic here. That is, after completion of these 2 elements, the new row starts. This new line starts, and these 2 values are put in the second row. Still, suppose if you want to have more, you want to display them also, say this is A01 or something like that, we use the index values here, right? Index values are used, and of course this printf for the to have the elements in the next row. So once you have this and compile this, it entered the 4 values, and these values are displayed like this, A00, and it's in the form of a matrix, right? First row and second row and a column wise. But still, to be more precise or clear, this element values also are indicated. So A00 and A01 like this, they are indicated. This gives more clarity. So for this, with this, we have seen the data inputting and displaying of arrays. In the next video, we are going to see the transpose of the matrix. Hope you had understood this topic very well. If you have any questions or any suggestions, please do comment, and thank you very much.